What's up, guys? Clouded Journey here. Taking some time out of my day here to do a little haul video. I really need to take time and do them properly, but it's hard with no office and kids running around and work and all this stuff. I wish I could do more, but maybe that should be a goal I set for the next few months here. But let's talk comics. Let's talk video games. I just have 3 quick games I want to show off that I picked up. I'm starting to get into these early, mostly NES, Super NES boxed games. I don't know if any of you guys have been following, but Wata is a company that partnered up with Heritage Auctions. So they list video games under comic books there now. And some of them are going for like astronomical prices. It's pretty similar to how comics were when CGC kind of first came on the scene. And I think a lot's going to be happening with the video game market. So trying to get in a little early, just because for one, I bought a lot of the books, comic books I can afford. Everything, I kind of buy one major book a year now for the stuff that's harder to afford. But I'm just finding game collecting is a little more collectible for what I'm looking for, and there's a lot more available. So pick this one up. I can't remember what I paid for this, but it's a nice clean copy of Mega Man X. This is an awesome franchise. X3 is the rarest one. It's a pretty valuable game. This one I think was like 90 bucks Canadian, so happy with that. It's a complete game. Some of the issues I don't like about video game stuff is that you can make these fake boxes and they just look so good. So how you tell the difference, I think you can when you have them in your hands, but if you look on eBay and stuff, like the market's just flooded with these fake boxes, so it makes it kind of tricky in the long run, which I guess is all the more reason to have a decent grading company, right? But yeah, awesome game from memory. I just remember I had Mega Man 2 was the first game I ever beat on NES, and I always loved the X franchise for Super Nintendo, so glad to have that. Mortal Kombat, this one was just a snipe online. It's kind of a little rougher shaped box, but obviously Mortal Kombat 1, first Mortal Kombat game in the series for Super Nintendo. This was 20 bucks sniped off the internet, so figure why not, right? What I'm trying to do with the games is look for sort of the blue chip key games, and the real big market is for sealed games. So I did buy this. I spent about 450 bucks on this. This is a sealed Street Fighter 2 first edition. So if you guys played this growing up, there's Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, all the different combos. This is the first, so it's actually the worst game, but it's just kind of, I look at it sort of like first print idea, first appearance of some of these characters, even though some of them I think appeared in earlier games. But yeah, love the cover art on these and stuff too, so nice copy there. Let's get into comics. This is what probably most of you guys are more interested in. This is just a quick one. I got a lot of really good stuff in here, guys. This will be the worst. It's a coverless. It's was it Fantastic Four 67? But if you look way down here, it's originally printed. This is 1974. So this is a reprint of this issue. So I kind of rescued this. It was at the thrift store for $2. And I saw it there, and I looked before, and I thought it was, see, because if you look here, I thought it was issue 50, because it says 50 here. But these are from the J.C. Penney reprints that are basically exactly the same, except that the advertisements are a bit different. But everything else in them is pretty much exactly the same. It's really hard to tell the difference. But first appearance of him in a reprint. Maybe I'll use this for a little art project or something, who knows, but I just wanted to rescue it. Also wanted to rescue this one. This is DC Versus. This was $2 from the thrift store. I've made a lot of money off that thrift store, and if there's comics there, I want to score them. So I think I already have a copy of this. I've flipped a set of these a couple times. So, but it's a fun little crossover. I'd love to see them do something like this again. All right, better stuff. Super pumped on this. This I bought in a lot from a guy on a Facebook group. Marvel Premiere 28. First appearance of Legion of Monsters. Just awesome cover, awesome characters, and I guess Morbius is kind of hot. I don't think that'll last too long, but regardless, I've wanted this for a long time. There's only a few really sort of those mid-range keys that are left that I need, so this is definitely one of them. I'm collecting all the Marvel premieres as I see them for cheap, so this is one I need to get out of there for that collection anyways, but yeah, love it. And these are all kind of not excessively, I'm not a super near mint hound for these kind of books. You can see this somewhere, but it's nice. It presents well. It's got the shipping stuff up the side. But overall, it's nice. No major rips or stains or anything like that. What if? This is one of those ones I was like, I'll be able to find this in a bin somewhere for like $3 to $5 at some point. But, you know, time kept going by and I never found it. And I think they've all kind of been picked now. This book generally isn't really going away. So, yeah, it's an awesome cover. Awesome book. And it was, I can't remember what I paid, but not too expensive. I bought those two together. I can't remember what they were for. $60 or something. But yeah, so one of those, again, this book isn't super hugely important to me, so having it in super high grade doesn't matter that much to me. What's next? Green Lantern Corps. This is my second copy of this book. Bought this from an Instagrammer, Comic Book Bandit. So this has a bunch of SIGs on it. No certification or anything like that. But yeah, you know, he had a few books up, and there was actually one I wanted. I'll show you it in a sec. And he had this other stuff, so I figured, well, I'll grab a couple books and get some value and save some money. So I kind of packaged a deal because he was coming from the States. And second copy of this book, pretty low grade, a little beat up, but first Dazzler, really awesome cover, bright, beautiful covers, lots going on. She's on the cover, so as far as first appearances go, it's always nice when they're like the cover character. And then this is the one I really wanted. So this is a pretty nice cover. You can see up here, there's this crease here. And there's a little bit on the sides. But overall, it's pretty nice. This is one of those books I've needed for a long time. So I got all three of those for $100. So I was happy with that. This is one I've been, just one of those last sort of mid-grade keys I wanted. Trying to decide what I'm going to get this year for my birthday, because I always buy a big book for my birthday. I have the last few years. Cannot decide. If you guys got suggestions, I'm thinking maybe for a Silver Surfer, a nice copy. I have a super low grade one. So this is, I think that's on the thing. That's not on the comic. This is Wolverine #1. I bought a collection from a friend of mine. He wanted a little more than I wanted to give him because I had a lot of his books already. I didn't really need them, but he just wanted to get rid of them. So I was nice enough to go through and I told him the real value of a lot of them because I probably could have taken advantage of them. But he had a big bin of books, so there's a whole bunch of Ninja Turtles and stuff, and these are just some of the keys I pulled out of there. But yeah, this is a really nice copy of this book. Again, this is a double. This stuff is on the bag, I think there. It's not actually on the book. The book is really clean and nice. Also got Killing Joke, first print, also super near mint. Awesome Joker story. Second, I got one of these out of a dollar bin in Abbotsford when I used to live there a long time ago. So mine is super nice, and I got it for $1. That's like one of my best finds. Oh, this was actually not from that collection. This is from I think I went on a random auction. It ended up being like $10. They were talking about Power Pack movie, and I like the idea of the characters and stuff. I think it could be a fun series. And with the Fantastic Four, they have the kids, and then they have these guys. There's a lot of crossover with them. I could see that kind of being part of the later plan. So I got a few copies of this just in case it blows up. All right, more from that collection. Punisher miniseries. Awesome book. Did the whole set. It's funny, I guess it started out as supposed to be a 4-issue miniseries, but there's actually 5. But yeah, nice grade on this too. Couple little ticks and stuff. It's definitely been read. It's in the corner there, but pretty nice. So he's got the whole set here. I got the Marvel Unlimited, so I've read a whole bunch of Punisher through there, and it's a character I never really cared for before, but he's really grown on me over the years. They're obviously doing some fun stuff with him with the Cosmic Ghost Rider and all that too. My favorite Punisher, though, is Frankenstein, Rick Remender's run, which a lot of people hate, but I freaking love it. Gets picked up by the Legion of Monsters. Oh, you guys see spoilers back there. Picked up by the Legion of Monsters, fixed up, turned into Frankenstein. Just goes and fucks shit up. They're being attacked by these like Japanese monster hunters. And number 5. See, it's interesting because they post on here number 4. I gotta read this one because I don't know if number 5 was like a little epilogue. Because you'd think by number 4 they'd know that the story's not over and they'd say number 4 in a 5 issue. Because in this one it's number 5 in a 5 issue. So I don't know if they decided to add this after. Yeah, these are great covers. Really cool. Different set of style. Painted. And lastly, boom. This is kind of what made it for me. He told me he had this, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I thought it would just be trash, but it's actually in super nice condition. This is one of these books. I remember when I first bought my first copy of it, I bought it for $75. A nice one on sale. It was half off sale at my comic store, and he just had everything, even stuff in the racks he put on half off sale. And I bought it. I remember just being like, I couldn't believe I owned it. And it was a book I never thought I'd own. Rough on that corner there. But now I think this is my 3rd copy of it. So if anyone's looking for this and want to trade or something, let me know. Or any of these books, really. Most of them are doubles for me. But yeah, so that's the haul. Got lots of other stuff in the works, working on getting another rental unit, and that's pretty exciting because I think, guys, if you look at your comics as an investment, it's probably a bad idea. Comics can go up in value, but they're a very risky investment. I think long term you could have some troubles, but it is fun to collect, but collect for yourself, right? All right, guys, well, that's it for me. If you have any questions or anything, hit me up. And happy collecting. Peace out.